Lift your voices in song, for in harmony we find peace. Today, let us commence our proceedings with a moment of solemnity and grace through a prayer song. I request everyone to rise for the prayer song.
Because they have a great badminton court.
Nice.
And I think this is the more than 30 years pioneering engineering college is there, and easily number one, run by our diocese, Catholic diocese. So it is called St.Xavier's Catholic College of Engineering.
Please be seated. As we gather here, we have the privilege of starting this wonderful journey with a warm and welcoming note. To extend this warm welcome, I would like to invite Dr. M. Marcelin Benno, Dean of Research, onto the stage to deliver the welcome address.
Good morning. Eminent personalities on and off the dais, guests, delegates, staff, my dear students, ladies and gentlemen. It is an honor and a great pleasure to welcome you all on this inaugural function of International Conference on Innovative Strategies for Linguistic Research and Effective Communication, ICLE 24, the first international conference organized by English Department. At the same time, 18th international conference organized by our institution. In today's rapidly evolving world, the intersection of linguistic research and communication strategies are more critical than ever. Our ability to navigate cultural nuances, employ new technologies, and adapt our methodologies is essential for fostering understanding in an increasingly interconnected global community. With this objective, this international conference is organized. On celebrating this inaugural function, we are highly honored that our Honorable Financial Administrator, Reverend Father Xavier Raj, presides over this function. He is a man of vision, a great leader, and a motivator. With due respect, I extend a warm welcome to you, Father. Our principal and conference chair, Dr. J. Mageswaran, is a man of great energy and enthusiasm. His unlimited motivation and guidance make this function a grand success. On behalf of everyone, I welcome you, sir. I would like to welcome our chief guest of the day, Professor Dr. James R. Daniel. He is one of the few persons of high caliber to motivate dynamic young people in education. He is a former principal of Scott Christian College, lot of affiliation, Senate member, director in lot of deputation. He is an eminent person in our district. He is one of the best leader of our district. On behalf of conference committee, I accord a hearty welcome to you, sir. Next, with pride and honor, I welcome our special guest, Reverend Father Dr. Gino Jose Matthew. He is with us through virtual mode. He is now in Canada. At online mode, he is connected. He is a well-suitable person for our conference. With his linguistic research works, he is going to give a special address in this inaugural function. On behalf of everyone and conference committee, I welcome you, Father. I would like to welcome our eminent speakers. One of the keynote speaker, Dr. R. Abhilasha, Assistant Professor, Holy Cross College, also Dean of External Affairs of Holy Cross College. On behalf of everyone, I welcome you, ma'am. We are extremely grateful to our Vice Principal, Dr. Christus Jaising. In spite of his busy schedule, he devoted his valuable time with us. On behalf of conference team, I welcome you, sir. Next, I welcome our organizing chair and HOD of Humanities Science Department, Dr. Bijumon Mani, and Assistant HOD, Dr. Seen Kumar. On behalf of everyone, I welcome both of you. Next, I welcome Dr. Mary Vanaja, Organizing Secretary of ICL 2024. In fact, she is the master of brain behind this conference. Dear ma'am, I welcome you. I also welcome the convener of ICL 24, Dr. Amal Hieronymus. With his tireless effort, this conference is becoming a successful one. Welcome you, sir. I would like to welcome our deans, especially Academic Dean, Dr. R.P. Andokumar, Dean of System, Dr. R.S. Saji, Controller of Examination, Dr. A. Milton, and all the HOD. Welcome you all. The main participants are the pillars of this conference. Success of the conference is by its participant only. So I accord my sincere and hearty welcome to all the participants, delegates, and guests of the conference. Welcome you all. Over these 2 days, we will engage groundbreaking research, share innovative practices, and explore new frontiers in this field. I encourage each one of you take this opportunity to connect, collaborate, and challenge each other's ideas. Your participation makes this conference a platform for progress and innovation. I hope this conference is a milestone in your life. I would like to wish you all a very fruitful and successful conference. Once again, and welcome you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. On behalf of everyone, we welcome you too, sir. As we gather here today, it's important that we understand the theme that unites us and the vision behind this conference. Now I call upon Dr. J. Mary Vanaja, Organizing Chair of ICILE, to shed light on the theme and purpose of this conference.
Distinguished guests of honor, both online and offline, dignitaries on stage, deans, professors, associate professors, eminent scholars, research scholars, faculty, staff, students, and dear participants. A very good morning. It's my pleasure to kickstart the first international conference entitled Innovative Strategies for Linguistic Research and Effective Communication, ICILE 2024. I warmly welcome you all on behalf of St.Xavier's Catholic College of Engineering to have the 2 days meaningful take-home intellectual charm. The conference is being organized to focus and instill in the young minds the significance of effective communication and innovative research in English. Imparting excellent technical knowledge in the young minds with a wider perspective of social and spiritual values is an added feather behind the conference. At this juncture, I wholeheartedly thank the management, training and placement cell, and our department, Humanities and Sciences, for their meaningful insight and strong support in organizing the international conference ICILE 2024. Thank you and have a good day.
Thank you, ma'am. As we move forward with our program, it is now time to hear from someone who has actively been part of our journey and events with keen dedication and professionalism. I would like to take this opportunity to invite our esteemed financial administrator, Reverend Father R. Xavier Raj, to share a few words and provide the acknowledgement.
Very good morning to all of you. I am very happy to appreciate Department of English, Humanities and Sciences and Training and Placement Cell who are organizing 2 days of international conference on innovative strategies for effective communication and linguistic research. We know that English is a widely spoken language that plays a vital role in all our aspects of life. Everywhere this English language is needed. One of the professors taught us speak in English, walk in English, eat in English, everywhere English. Because we know the importance of English language. We know that the English is used in many fields, business and trade, tourism and travel industries, and it is used for global communication. We cannot deny the fact that through this language we can attain lot of goals. Proficiency in English enhances lot of job opportunities. People go for an interview They are interviewed by asking small questions, but they cannot converse in English. So they miss job opportunities that we all know. Therefore, we are in a situation to train our students to excel in this language. So, when we are taught English, one of the professors told this point. He pointed out 3 L's. Love English so that the English will love you. First, we should have love for this language. We cannot just say, please English, come, come, come. The English will not come. We have to go to English. So, first of all, we need to love this language so that the English language will love us. Second L, learn. Learn and learn till we breathe or last. Or till we die, we need to learn. We cannot stop learning this language. Thirdly, we need to live in this language. We should not keep distant from this language. We should not say, it is a foreign language, we don't need. Yes, we should love our mother tongue. But in this world, because we need this language for our life, therefore we need to live in this language so that our life will be successful. So with this, I conclude my talk, and once again I appreciate Department of English, Humanities and Sciences and Training and Placement Cell who are organizing this program. So, dear students and staff members in various schools and colleges, you have come here to attend this conference. Therefore, make use of this time. You are given a good opportunity to utilize. Therefore, please concentrate on this conference. It will do much better for your life. So, thank you one and all.
Thank you, Father. Now, I invite our respected principal, Dr. J. Maheshwaran, who has been guiding us with wisdom and inspiration to give the conceptual start and share his thoughts on today's proceedings.
Reverend Father, Financial Administrator, the President of this inaugural function, respected Chief Guest, Dr. James Daniel, a renowned professor of repute, a renowned principal of repute, and he is the teacher of many teachers of various institutions. He is one of our well-wisher and former principal of Scott Christian College. Another guest via online, Reverend Father Juno from Canada. One of our resource persons, Dr. Abhilasha Ma'am from Holy Cross College. Our Vice Principal, the Dean of Research, Head of the Department of Humanities and Sciences, Dr. Shin Kumar, Assistant HOD, Dr. Vanaja, Head of the Department of English, our beloved Deans, Head of the Departments, faculty members, Dr. Ligurius, my dear participants from reputed colleges, teachers.
Okay, I'm fine. I have to check with Michael, okay?
Teachers from reputed colleges, scholars who are doing this research in linguistics. My dear students, good morning. And I am very happy to be with you during this inaugural session of the International Conference on the Innovative Strategies in Linguistic Research and Effective Communication, organized by the Department of English in association with the Department of Humanities and Sciences and the Training and Placement Cell of our institution. And I am very happy to note that this is the first international conference organized by the Department of English. Therefore, I take this opportunity to congratulate the faculty members of English department and the Training and Placement Cell, the communication skills trainers, and the faculty members of Humanities and Sciences for their efforts in planning and executing this international conference. And I am very happy to see a lot of delegates from various institutions in this, for this conference. And after this inaugural, today as well as tomorrow, they are going to conduct this international conference in some 4 parallel venues, followed by the presentation of papers by the scholars, the faculty members from reputed institutions, and the students. So very happy, and really I appreciate the organizers for choosing the right title for this international conference. So there are 2 concepts. One is about the linguistic research, and the another one is about the effective communication. And we all know that this linguistic, it is the science of language, and mainly its structure as well as usage. And when we go for the structure, either it may be by words or sentences or pronunciations, that is, it may be either morphology or syntax or phonetics or semantics, like that. If you take the other part regarding the usage, nowadays this language enter into each and every area of the human life. That's why based on its usage, it is either psycholinguistics or sociolinguistic or historical linguistic or applied linguistic. And now globally a lot of researches. Therefore really I appreciate the organizers for choosing this area, that is linguistic research, as the theme, one of the themes. And the another theme is about the effective communication. And our financial administrator father, he stressed the need, the significance as well as the importance of communication. And it should be, as told by the master of ceremony, it should be clear, it should be concise, it should be understood. So these are the concepts of the effective communication. Therefore, once again, I congratulate the organizers for choosing these 2 domains, linguistic research as well as this effective communication, for this international conference. And once again, it's my pleasure in joining our Dean of Research and the head of the department, Dr. Vanaja, in welcoming all the delegates, the faculty members from other institutions, and the research scholars, and the guests and the resource persons. And wish the conference every success. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I now hereby invite Dr. V. Vijmohan, Head of the Department of Humanities and Sciences, to introduce the keynote speaker.
A warm good morning to one and all present here. With immense pleasure, I stand before you at this auspicious occasion. On behalf of Humanities and Science Department, I congratulate the organizing secretaries and other team members for their dedicated work for arranging this two-day international conference. At this juncture, I thank Dr. Amal Hieronymus for his exceptional work in organizing the conference. Also, I thank the management, principal, and all deans for their valuable support and guidance. Now, I would like to introduce our keynote speaker for today's conference, Reverend Dr. Gino Matthews, currently serving as pastor at the Diocese of Thunder Bay since 2017. Overseas parishes in Marathon, Pick River, Pick Mobet, and Port Francis. He previously served in the Diocese of Kotar, Nagarkovil from 2001 to 2017, managing parishes in Melmedalam, Kadiyapattanam, Inayam, and Kanavur. In addition to his pastoral duties, he was the correspondent for several schools, including St. Anthony Nursing School and St. Mary's CBSE School. Reverend Father Gino holds as master's degree in English from Manonmaniyam Sundaranar University, where he graduated as a gold medalist in 2013. He also has a bachelor's degree in physiology and theology from the Seminary of Pune. His community work include leading tsunami rehabilitation projects in Kadiyapattanam and Inayam, aiding over 10,000 affected fisherfolk in regaining their livelihood and housing. Known for his leadership, organizational skill, and teamwork, Gino excels in problem solving, critical thinking, and communication. He is also culturally aware, fluent in Tamil, English, and Malayalam, and actively engages in social work to support the education of underprivileged students. I would like to extend my warm wishes for the success of this international conference. May it bring together brilliant minds, foster engaging discussions, and facilitate valuable connection. It is now my pleasure to invite our distinguished keynote speaker to take this stage and share valuable insights. Thank you.
Okay, good morning, a good day. Do you hear me, my friends there? Do you hear me? Yeah, thank you so much. It's 15 minutes past 12 o'clock here at Fort Francis, a border town in the northwest of Ontario, Canada. It's a border town of Minneapolis or Minnesota. And we two guys were supposed to talk to you. I don't know what is happening there with a Zoom meeting or Google. My friend who is a teacher was supposed to join with us, is unable to talk or unable to join us with a technical glitch happening right now. Anyway, I will begin with my slides, which is, if you see okay, you are going to see that. Do you see the screen now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is the theme which I'm going to give you the talk right now. Kiss the miss. And do not look for some misses to kiss. It is kiss the miss English. And every word in that kiss the miss has a meaning. Kiss means keep it short and simple. Keep it short and simple is a communication principle emphasizing clarity and brevity. That messages, ideas, or solutions should be straightforward, avoiding unnecessary complexity. The goal is to make information easier to understand, remember, and act upon. And if communication is not understood, remembered, and acted upon, then our communication becomes meaningless, useless. In short, simplicity enhances effectiveness. I put that as a C. And the kiss the. You should have the truth, humility, and emotion. In communication, truth, humility, and emotion play key roles in fostering understanding and communication or connection. Truth ensures honesty and transparency, building trust between individuals. Humility allows for openness to other perspectives and acknowledges that we do not have the answers, encouraging constructive dialogues. Emotion brings warmth and relatability, helping to convey sincerity and making this message more impactful. So, my friends, when you communicate, you should have the integrity, sincerity, humility, and the feelings to it. If you do not have that, communication fails. And finally, the miss, make it sweet and succinct. Make it sweet and succinct in communication highlights delivering your message in a way that is both concise and pleasant. Sweet refers to a friendly, positive tone that makes the message more appealing and engaging. Succinct focuses on brevity, ensuring the message is clear, to the point, without unnecessary details. Together, this approach captures attention, maintains clarity, and leaves a positive impression, making communication more effective and memorable. Now, finally, kiss the miss. When we think about kissing or kiss is a sign of love. A mother kisses her child because she loves her child. A lover of any languages loves the language, likes the language. He or she learns it, studies it, researches it, speaks and writes the language. It could be any language. It could be English, French, Spain, Spanish, Portuguese, Italian, or any language for that matter. You need to love that language. In short, the person who loves the language lives the language. For a successful career, for all of us who comes from Southeast India, Southeast Asia, South India, English is a language to be loved and liked. Loving the English language means appreciating its rich history, diversity, and global impact. It offers vast vocabulary, expressive nuances, and flexibility, making it a powerful tool for communication. Creativity and learning, English allows access to a broad range of literature, media, and culture from around the world. For those who love words and expression, English provides endless opportunities for exploration, whether through storytelling, poetry, or daily conversation. Its ever evolving nature also makes it exciting as it constantly adapts to new trends and influences from different cultures. Now I'm moving to the practical tips. I might take another couple of minutes, my friends. Whenever I give some talks or a seminar, I end with some practical tips. These practical tips help us speak well, avoid blunders. There are many blunders we South Indians, particularly Indian people, make. We need to avoid the blunders, mistakes while speaking and writing English. Number one, silent B. The letter B remains silent when it follows M at the end of. And let's go for the other one, D. There is a D silent in many of the words, like examples are bridge, edge, grudge, badge, gadget. The D here is completely silent. You need to be careful. We don't say the D here. Badge, edge, grudge, badge, gadget. But we happen to say, we sometimes stress the D. We have to remember the D is always silent here. And finally, there is a silent in this ALLY. When we say the word ending with the ALLY, we don't need to stress that. So it's not basically, logically, accidentally. It is, we don't say the Ali. It's like basically, logically, musically. Okay. So I hope you learned something. And basically, you remember that you have to love the language, live it, breathe it. Thank you. Love and live English. Have a wonderful and an amazing conference. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Dr. E. James Vernal Daniel, a highly esteemed academic and administrator, has had a remarkable career dedicated to education, linguistics, and cultural studies. He served as the principal of Scott Christian College, Autonomous, from 2003 to 2008, where he significantly contributed to the academic growth of the institution. Before this role, he was the reader and head of the Department of English Studies and Research at the same college, highlighting his long-standing commitment to English education. Throughout his career, Dr. James played a pivotal role in various literacy initiatives as the project director for the Total Literacy Campaign and the Post-Literacy Campaign in Kanyakumari district from 1991 to 1995. These campaigns were jointly sponsored by the Government of India and the Government of Tamil Nadu, aiming to enhance literacy rates and empower local communities. His exemplary leadership in these projects earned him the Dr. Malcolm Adesio Best Project Director Award in 1993 and 1994 proceedings and presented his research at over 100 seminars and conferences. Dr. James is particularly noted for his work in Dravidian studies and has served as a joint editor of the International
Friends, as I stand right in front of you at the first ever international conference organized on this wonderful campus, a couple of things make me happy. Even as I was traveling on the national highways to take the branch off to St.Xavier's College, there was the big arch right into the campus, all over the campus. I wonder whether your college is an engineering college or an English college now. It's no longer St. Xavier's Engineering College. This is St. Xavier's English College. What college is it? St. Xavier's English College. Well arranged. I think all the organizers deserve a big applause. You give the big applause. And the second thing that makes me happy is the delegates that I see right in front of me. Normally, every time I'm in an English conference or an English congress or a seminar, I see only English teachers or English students. But what a wonderful cross-section of the representative students from science, humanities, arts, engineering, agriculture, and even nursing. Remember, English is not the monopoly of the teachers of English. Damn the English teachers, including me. English is a language for all. It's not the language for the teachers of English. It's not just for the language for the teachers, students of English. English is a language for all. I'm sure that you all agree with me, right? And this is a venue that provides us a clean experience of enjoying that kind of English, and therefore I appreciate the campus once again. And the second thing that makes me happy is, do you see these chota little girls, the two girls, one spectacled, one unspectacled? I was asking the father and the principal who these girls are. And they said, they are our students. They are our students. You do it excellently well. You do it. Hey, give them a clap. All your own students do it excellently well, right? Unfortunately, you were referred to as master of ceremonies. I'm sure that you would agree with me. You are not master of ceremonies. You are madam of ceremonies. Ma'am of ceremonies. That's a feminine gender. இனி ரெண்டு பேர் உட்கார்ந்தா never say master of ceremonies. If it's a woman or a girl, அவங்க யாரு? They are ma'am of ceremonies. இன்னும் ma'am ஆகல, you are சின்ன பிள்ளைஸ், but still you are the ma'am of ceremonies. Wonderfully done. Hey, whether you like it or not, willy-nilly, as the adverb goes in English, willy-nilly, whether you like it or not, English language has come to stay. This is a global lingua franca. No language anywhere under the sun in the whole of the solar system can ever substitute the English language. This is not to say that Tamil is bad. Tamil is the best language in the whole universe. That's different. But remember, functionally speaking, from a utilitarian point of view, English language has come to stay. Suppose, imagine that you are traveling from France to England across the English Channel in a boat. எல்லாருக்கும் France தெரியுமா? You know France? Where is France? Near Kaliyakavalai. And where is England? Near Trandrum. You know, in Europe, right? West Europe, you transfer to France too. Across the English Channel, 42 kilometers, and on a boat. Suppose you are caught right in the middle of the sea, the English Channel, all because maybe that there's a hole in your boat, whatever, that your boat starts sinking. And if your boat starts sinking, what do? What do? Imagine that you are all from St.Xavier's College, you are from Tamil Nadu, from South India. What do? Ayyo, naanga chaagram. Am I right? Don't shout in Tamil, don't shout in Hindi, don't shout in any language. If you shout in your language, the boats around or the ships around would think, oh, they would never know that you are sinking. But on the other hand, if you use only one language, and what is that language? English language. SOS. What is SOS? Save ourselves. Save us. All boats immediately come around, all sailors, all captains, all ship, all English people. You are all black, they are all white. Oh my God, they are Indians, South Indians, black Indians, white Indians. What? They save you. English, remember, is a language that saves you. English is a language that gives you life. The father was right, the principal was right, when they were referring to the English language as the inevitable necessity of our time. I would call it even an evil. English language is an evil. George Bernard said that English language is an evil. But remember, even then it is an inevitable, unavoidable evil. An evil with which you should learn to live forever. Some people say that my wife is an evil. But remember, in spite of the fact that my wife is an evil, I should learn to live with her for 50 years. Or the husband is an evil, not the wife. The husband is also equally. Wife is evil, husband is a devil. All right, but you got to learn to live with. If I say husband is devil, right? Okay, if I say, remember, your mother tongue is great, glorious, but at the same time, English language has become a necessity. But then there are problems. All these problems you are going to develop in plenary sessions. 4 sessions, again I must appreciate you, wonderful, never before done in any of the colleges where I had the pleasure of either delivering the keynote address or the inaugural address or the plenary session or the technical session. You have done it extremely well. But remember, we have our own problems. I just highlight one problem and stop with that. We are already lagging behind. Somehow or other I have a feeling, I'm sure that all those on the dais will agree with me, English language and punctuality go together. English language and punctuality go together. English language and manners go together. English language and the cultural etiquettes go together. These are things from which English language cannot be separated at all. I wouldn't blame your correspondent, I wouldn't blame your principal, I would blame only the organizing secretary. I would blame only the organizing secretary. Anyway, it doesn't matter, we will come over and catch up. We have our own problems. Let me just draw your attention to one great professor of English. I don't know how many of you heard this man, F.R. Palmer. F is Frank, R is Raymond Palmer. Have you heard of this man, anyone? Your father will give you a cash award of 1 lakh if you know the name of this man, F.R. Palmer. 1 lakh, my God, will I ever get it? F.R. Palmer was a professor of English at the University of Reading and then at Chaminade, and later he moved over to Cambridge. He's written an excellent book. It's a book that all of you should read, written in the simplest English possible, published by the Oxford University Press. And this is a book that all of you should read, The English Verb. The English, Plumber, P-L-U-M-B-E-R. Just now, Dr. Ginny Moon, the father, was speaking from Canada, and he said this is one of the commonest mistakes that we commit. P-L-U-M-B-E-R. Plumber. Ba is silent, right? C-O-M-B, comb. And the comb, right? What for? To comb my hair. All right, the ba becomes silent. Palmer was all the time teaching non-English students. He was teaching in South Africa, he was teaching in Nigeria, he was in Singapore. For a couple of years he was in India too. And as a result of the vast experience of teaching all non-English speaking students, there is a man who begins his book with an wonderful anecdote. Here is Palmer teaching, imagine, in St.Xavier's College, or Women's Christian College, or Scott Christian College, or Holy Cross College, English to our students. Having taught English for 1 long year, and that too only grammar, and that the number system. Orumai, Panmai, singular, plural. At the end of the program, he said, I'm so happy that you all listen to me. You all cheered. You all expressed your happiness. I presume that you understood the lessons well. Now tell me, whether the word P-A-N-T-S, what is the word? P-A-N-T-S is singular or plural in English. He had been Wait. Don't be a mundriga. All right. Wait for some time. I'm coming to it. He had been teaching it number system, the grammar, the number system, nominal, the noun, and the number, and then the gender. He was teaching the number system, and he was asking the students, tell me as to whether this is singular or plural. Absolute silence. Everyone kept mum. But there was one boy, the dullest in the class, whom nobody would thought would ever learn English language. Immediately got up and he said, "Sir, I know the answer. Come on, my boy, come along. You never answered any question in my class. Sir, this is singular at the top and plural at the bottom." Sir, this is singular at the top and plural at the... You see, this is one of the inherent difficulties in learning English. The kind of number system or the singular plural, boy may be boys, girl may be girl, box may be boxes, but ox cannot be oxes. I wrote a wonderful article, if box can be boxes, why not oxes? Long ago, it was published in the Hindu. Very interesting paper. I argued for the case of ox to be pluralized as oxes. There should be some kind of an analogical or some kind of a logical. Why not? Why not? And it is here I do believe that George Bernard Shaw becomes my best companion, my best friend. You know, George Bernard Shaw, what George Bernard Shaw said about language is an excellent piece. Sometimes it was also prescribed for the undergraduate students years and years ago. Spoken English and broken English. Spoken English, broken English. Not breaking English, but broken English. Spoken English. And Shaw has the tips for you. Father has given a lot of tips. And Shaw has a wonderful tips for you. If you come to the United Kingdom, if ever you have to come to Great Britain or England or any part of England, never ever try to speak in your English to us. We never understand your English at all. Because you speak a kind of an English which is 20 years far ahead of the English that we speak. Your English is bookish English. Our English is culturally inflowing English. Our English is a living English. It lives on the floors and the lips of every Englishman. Your English lives only in your classroom. Doesn't live anywhere. யாராவது இன்னைக்கு சாயங்காலம் வீட்டுக்கு போய் உங்க அப்பா அம்மாவை பார்த்து, அம்மா, என் அன்பான அம்மா, உங்கள் மகளான எனக்கு குடிப்பதற்கு ஒரு குவளை காஃபிக்கு தமிழ் என்னது? குழம்பி தருவீர்களா? Immediately the mother will take the cell and call the principal. Hello, my daughter was there in St.Xavier's College for the English conference. What happened to her? She was all right in the morning when she was into the car and she landed in St.Xavier's College. Now something is wrong. ஏதோ ஒரு தாடி fellow came and spoke and something is wrong with my... You never speak Tamil that. Not the way that you speak. எப்படி பேசுவீங்க? ஏம்மா, குடிக்கிறதுக்கு ஏதாவது இருக்கா? Am I right? அப்படிதானே அம்மா? அவ சிரிக்கா. இன்னைக்கு வீட்டில் போய் அப்படிதான் கேட்கணும். அம்மா. You never say even amma. You say amma. குடிப்பதற்கு குடிக்க. That's why Bernard Shaw says, when you come, if you speak in broken English, out of pity for you, out of sympathy for you. I remember my teacher distributing the class papers, the test papers in the class. He called out, Latha, 45 out of 50. John, 37 out of 50. Abdul Qadir, 21 out of 50. And finally there was one boy, Judas Iscariot. 0. And the boy was very courageous. He got up and said, "Sir, 0 out of pity." Out of pity. It is out of pity that I gave you. Otherwise I should have given you minus marks. I should have given you negative marks. What I am trying to say that even if it is broken English, even if it is un-English, doesn't matter, try. If an Englishman comes and asks you right in front of Gauri Shankar's hotel how to get into St.Xavier's College, an ordinary student from a Tamil background, the first generation learners who has just walked into St.Xavier's for the first year course would say, St.Xavier's College, my college. St. Xavier's College, go straight. The body language goes with the verbal expression. Go straight. They valaduk English la enadhu? Right. Turn right. And then, like Malak English la enadhu? Rock. Take the left. Go far. And there is the Xavier. Not Xavier's College, but Xavier's College. Somehow or other you manage to communicate. And the Englishman also understands. And therefore, you begin with what you have. Begin with what you understand. Begin with what you possess. Never ever feel shy of it. The one thing that stands as a stumbling block in the process of speaking English is diffidence. D-I-F-F-I-D-E-N-C-E. What does it mean, diffidence? Anyone? Students. Diffidence na enna ipo principal 2 லட்சம் ரூபாய் தருவார். Earlier the correspondent ran away. The principal will also run away now, right? He will give a shyness, not being confident. Winston Churchill has a tip for a public speaker. And what is the tip? The moment you get onto the stage and stand right in front of the mic, think of all the people who are seated right in front of you as idiots and fools. So who are you? Teachers are idiots and the stools are fools. Teachers are not idiots, stupid idiots, all right? So teachers are idiots. Think of all the people who are seated right in front of you as idiots and fools, and then you have a sense of confidence. If I'm asked to teach the 1st class, the LKG and the UKG, I'm very confident because their ignorance is my strength. On the other hand, if I want to address all English teachers, I'm a little diffident because they know as much as I know. You get the point. Broken English and spoken English. Start with the broken English. Doesn't matter. But gradually from the broken English, you go to the worst English. From the worst English to the worst English. From the worst English to the bad English. From the bad English to the good English. From good English to better English. And from better English to the best English. From better English to the best English. And this is the kind of experience that you're all going to have on this campus. One point, and with that I stop. You see, the whole problem of learning English, I'm talking about part 2 language. I'm talking about the first generation learners. I'm talking about those who come from Tamil medium schools, not necessarily matriculation and CBSE and ICSE school. At least they have had some tips of English when they were in the schools. It's the problem of internalizing a language through another medium, through another linguistic medium, through another language. When the teacher teaches right inside the classroom, the communicative process, as teachers of English and teachers of communication would remember, does not directly move on to the cerebral communicative system of the target group or the listener. If I speak in Tamil, it immediately comes and impinges on you because your wavelength and my wavelength almost synchronize. நீங்க நல்லா இருக்கீங்களா? நல்லா இருக்கோம். Why? My wavelength of Tamil and your wavelength of Tamil, my way of communicating, your way of receiving it, your way of communicating, my receiving it, I am speaking and you are listening. You are the target group. But on the other hand, if I speak in English, what happens is, the whole thing goes into the mental pabulum of getting itself translated into your mother tongue, and then the whole process of communication gets internalized. This is the problem of learning a foreign language. That's why linguists are all talking about mother tongue and interference and contrastive linguistics and teaching methodology. Always damn with your grammar translation method or the direct method or the communicative method or the structural method. Appa, my God, umpteen methods. Now it's all task oriented. Simulate, create a kind of a natural environment as if this is an English environment where you can speak English. But remember, where it's not possible, the best way is to get at the essence of the language. One teacher was telling the students, after teaching for 45 minutes, if you put 2 and 2 together, perhaps you can get at the inference. Are you able to get at the sentence now? Putting 2 and 2 together. He asked the students, "Oh, you're able to follow me?" "Yes, sir." "What does it mean?" "Rendayan cheta." Communication எப்படி இருக்கும்? Remember, putting 2 and 2 together is not a direct English expression. It is an idiomatic English expression. And therefore, the mother tongue interference in the process of translation, in the process of internalization, creates all stumbling block to start with. And this is one area where our students should be taught very, very thoroughly to get over the difficulties in understanding the English language. But remember the final thing. I began with saying that whether you like it or not, English language has come to stay. An indispensable communicative tool. No language in the world, even if the GDP of China outshines the GDP of the United States of America, take it from me today as a prophetic word, English will continue to be the global lingua franca. All Chinese are learning English now. The Japanese are learning English. The British, they are relearning their English because the whole world, they see a kind of English, Indian English, Butler English, African English, American English, Canadian English, Bangladesh is Chinese English, French English, German English. I think people who are blessed with the minds are the British. Doesn't matter my language, even if my language be bruised and murdered and killed and even raped, doesn't matter. Let my language be raped. They're all over the world. With all these differences, whatever the kind of language variety be, if we can stick on to this small dictum that English is unavoidable, that English is a permanent companion, that English is a lifelong companion for all of us. The reason why I say, even if the GDP of China and even the GDP of India far outside the GDP of the United States of America, no Sanskrit, no Hindi, no Chinese, no Mandarin will ever substitute English language. You know why? The entire intellectual wealth of the creation of the whole world, particularly in science and technology, they all lie buried in books written in which language? English language, not in Tamil and Malayalam and Hindi and Chinese, not even in Russian. It's in English. It's a repository of knowledge. And therefore, English language cannot that easily be put aside. Let me just conclude with a doggerel in English. D-O-G-G-E-R E-L. What is a doggerel? This is my last question. And this time, I don't know who will give the prize. You three together will give the prize. Right? This time you are going to give 5 lakhs because 3 together, 1.5 lakh each. Right, who will get me the right meaning of the word D-O-G-G-E-R-E-L? What does doggerel mean? Hey, anyone? If you don't answer, I will ask all the English teachers who are seated right in front of me. All of them are my students. A few students are also here on the stage, my students. That really makes me happy to see all my children now being grown professors of English and excellent teachers of English. Doggerel means a nonsensical verse. All that it means is a nonsensical verse. I give you a simple example. Peter, pumpkin eater, had a wife and couldn't keep her, put her in a pumpkin shell and there he kept her very well. Anti-feminist. Peter, no r, or is silent, or is Peter. Pumpkin eater. Or is articulated only at the beginning of the, neither at the middle nor at the end. T-E-A-C-H-E-R, teacher. C-U-L-T-U-R-E, culture. V-U-L-T-U-R-E, vulture. P-R-E-A-C-H-E-R, preacher. All drop the odd sound. Teacher, preacher. The wonderful word is N-A-T-U-R-E. I remember in the school, my own English teacher teaching me, William Wordsworth is a nature poet. What poet? Nature. He will accent elongating it up to 1 feet. William Wordsworth is nature. Stop with that. R is silent. R is dead. But not at the word beginning. R-O-A-D, road. R-I-D-E, ride. R-E-A-D, read. R-E-A-D? Yeah, I said R-E-A-D, read. The next R-E-A-D, read. R-E-A-D, read. Present, past, participle. English is a very intricate language, very funny language, very complicated language. Sometimes very stupid language also. All right. This is the kind of the English language that we teach. Doggerel. Peter, pumpkin eater, had a wife and he had a wife. He was not able to control the wife. That's the case with most of the men. Most of the husbands, they are not able to discipline the wife. And therefore, what did he do? He put her in a pumpkin shell. Pumpkin shell na enadhu? Nama oorla ellam pattayam irukku pathingala? Nellu vaikkudu. So he called the wife, be there for 2 days and then you will be all right. You will be disciplined. Peter, pumpkin eater, had a wife and couldn't keep her. Put her in a pumpkin shell and there he kept her very well. This is anti-feminine. This is called a doggerel. Vilayattu, vedikka. If I'll give you one doggerel. Money is honey, my dear sonny. Without money, life is funny. Money is honey, get it by heart, all of you. Money is honey, my dear sonny. Without money, life is funny. If a baby is born in Chungangade, if a baby is born in Nagakoil, how do you sing the lullaby? Putting the baby on the cradle, rocking the cradle. Walt Whitman, the famous poem, you rock the cradle, and all of you mothers. என்ன பாடுவீங்க? ஆராரோ அரி ஆராரோ ஆராரோ. But look at the American mother. If the baby is born, the baby is put in the cradle and the mother is rocking the baby. And even as the mother is rocking the cradle, the mother sings a lullaby. 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 சொல்லுங்க பார்க்கலாம் எல்லாரும் வாயை திறந்து இருக்கா? Lullaby. இன்னைக்கு வீட்டுக்கு போச்ச மேத்துல சொல்லிட்டே போனோம். இடையில பஸ் வந்து முத்துனாலும் பரவாயில்ல, ரைட்? Lullaby, lullaby, lullaby. Plumma. Nature இன்னைக்கு dead, all right? Nature, simple, very simple. That's why I said you begin with the broken. You begin with the worst. You move on to the bad, from bad to good, from good to better, and then to the best. Anything that's perfect has to come only by practice. Okay. So what does an Indian mother sing? Araro. இப்ப எல்லாம் மதர் கிடையாது, அப்பா தான் he is rocking the cradle and sings, because amma has to go to IT. Appa has no job. Araro, ari araro. But remember, an American mother sings, money is honey. An American mother teaches a child, be rich, be wealthy, be affluent, be powerful, be the mighty economically, politically, even militarily. So this is a kind of an cultural image that ought to be built into the Indian children too. Hereafter our mothers should not sing araro ari araro. Our mothers should only sing money is honey, my dear sonny. Only then India will become a superpower. Our prime minister and the government is dreaming in another 10 years time India is going to be a superpower. Take it from me, even in another 50 years time India will never become a superpower. Because there are global indicators why we are lagging far behind. There are GDP why we grow, but the inequality of income from the upper and the lower is so vast in India. It will catch up at least another 50 to 60 years for to catch up with the developing countries. Okay, that's beside the point. If I enna doggerl sonne, money is honey, my dear sonny, without money. எல்லாருக்கும் தெரியுமா? அவருக்கு சொல்லுங்க பார்க்கலாம் என் கூட. Money is honey. சத்தமா சொல்லுங்க. ஆஹா, இது போதும். இங்கிலீஷ் வந்துட்டு அப்ப இன்னைக்கு வீட்டுக்கு போச்சு என்ன சொல்லிட்டு போவீங்க? மணி சனி, மை டியர் சனி, வித்வுட் மணி சன்னி இல்ல சனி, என்னது சனி சொல்லுங்க பார்க்கலாம். மணி சனி, இப்போ throw away the money. We don't want money, we want only English. அதே நல்லா பார்த்துக்காங்க. டைசிலபிக் வேர்ட், 2 syllable. ENG 1 syllable, LISH second syllable. Accent எங்க விழும்? It falls on the first syllable. CONDUCT, it could fall on the first syllable, conduct, that's a noun. Falls on the second syllable, conduct, it's a verb. Accent plays a very, very crucial role. Possibly in the plenary sessions, you're all going to discuss as part of the effective communication every nuance of the English language. Ipa parunga. ENGLISH. எப்படி சொல்லணும்? English. எல்லாம் முதல்ல ஸ்ட்ரெஸ் கொடுங்க பார்க்கலாம். ENG. English. If I have a pistol, I will shoot you all to death, right? English. What's it? English. ENGLISH. You throw away money and substitute English. இப்ப சொல்லுங்க பார்க்கலாம். English is honey. My dear sonny, without English, life is funny. English is honey, my dear sonny. Without English, India is funny. English is honey, my dear sonny. Without English, engineering is funny. English is honey, my dear sonny. Without English, medicine is funny. So I wish you good luck. Stay back. Make the best use. You have some of the best speakers. And one thing that makes me happy is that all the speakers who are slated for the plenary sessions are my own students. So I have decided to go and sit one row in the last row and to see how my students perform in the plenary sessions in different rooms. Wish you good luck. Stay glued to your seat. Make the best use of it. And soon after the presentation is over, do interact. ஏன் என்ற கேள்வி கேட்காமல் எங்கு வாழ்க்கை இல்லை. So ask the question, why? If the speaker raises something, you ask why is it so? It doesn't matter if the English is bad, at least in broken English and spoken English, as George Bernard Shaw put it. You ask the question, raise the question. I'm sure that this one day is going to be God's blessings for you. This one day is going to be God's blessings for you. Once again, I have all my appreciation for the organizing committee of the St.Xavier College, Department of English and the Humanities. I'm right? Humanities and Sciences. Department of English and Humanities and Sciences has thought about actually sharing this rate of piece of English with all the students from different academic backgrounds and spheres of activities. I'm really happy about it. My best wishes. And I also wish you all good. All those who are seated here, I see a lot of students right in front of me. Never before have I seen in any conference so many. Psalm 23 says, my cup runneth over, my cup overflows. In Patram Nirambi Valigirathu. This hall is overflowing. This hall Nirambi Valigirathu. That's a good sign, a healthy sign for the learning and the teaching of the English language. Wish you good luck, all the best. Stay back, enjoy. By the time you leave the campus, at 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock in the morning, carry this sense of nostalgia of having been on a campus and learning English. This is something that has really strengthened me and stimulated me. And this is a kind of a tempo and the spirit which I will never allow ever to die down. I'll keep it alive. Give me oil in my lamp. What's the next line? Keep it burning. Keep it burning. All right. Keep it burning. The flames of passion. It ought to keep in you. Good luck. All the best. Thank you very much, my dear young boys and the young girls who listen to me.
Thank you, sir. Now, I request Mr. Michael from Canada, who's online, to share his insights on effective communication and innovative research in English.
Oh, are you ready for me now?
Michael, they are ready. Michael, they are
Okay.
ready. You can. Yeah.
All right. I can't see anyone, so I apologize for that. I wasn't sure if anyone was ready for me.
You are online.
Wonderful. Good morning, St. Xavier's. My name is Michael Brady. I'm from Fort Francis, Ontario, a very small town near the very center of Canada, right on the Canada-US border. So I'm really excited to be a part of this conference with you. I hope that I don't repeat too much of information that you've already had in your classes or from other presenters, but I'm really excited to share some of my strategies with you. I've been a teacher for the last 10 years, and I predominantly teach French as a second language to elementary school students from kindergarten all the way to grade 8. So I do have some experience with learning a second language and speaking second languages. So I'm hoping that the information that I can share with you today will be useful to your education and to your futures. So I will begin here. First off, I just want to introduce myself a little bit, show you my family here. This is my wife and my 2 girls from this summer when we went to my cousin's wedding. This picture here is from the 10-year anniversary that I celebrated with my wife. We had a vow renewal, and so it was a very special day for us to be able to celebrate. This is Father Bijou, who was there to celebrate with us. And the last member of my family is my dog. His name is Alpha, and he's a good boy. And even though I'm not there with you, I'm sure that some of you are going, "Aw," because he's a very good looking dog. So we'll get right into it. The first thing that I'm going to speak a little bit from my experience with meeting new immigrants to Canada and people who are speaking English as not their first language. So the first thing that I notice a lot is that non-native speakers are a little unsure of themselves, and so they have trouble speaking up and projecting. And so one thing I want to share is actually from the first book of Corinthians. So with yourselves, if you in a tongue utter speech that is not intelligible, will anyone know what is said? For you will be speaking into the air. Now here St. Paul is speaking predominantly about people who are speaking in tongues, the language of God. But I think it also ties in with, if people can't understand what you're saying, if it's not loud enough, then there's no point in speaking, right? It's just speaking into the air. So the volume of your speech is key. Too soft and your message just gets lost. And if you ever have people who are saying, "Excuse me, pardon me, I didn't catch that," often, then you know that perhaps you need to speak up a little bit more. If you're too loud, people might interpret your tone as being angry as well, right? And sometimes you speak loudly because you're too excited, and so that you misinterpret well. So volume is important when you're speaking. As I said, speaking softly is often a sign of a lack of confidence in your second language, or perhaps even 22nd. I did a quick little bit of research and I saw that there are 22 official languages in India, which is amazing considering in Canada we have just 2. And so I've looked them up and I saw that many of you in the audience today may speak any combination of Hindi, Bengali, Punjabi, Nepali, Romani. And in the state or province of Tamil Nadu, you speak Tamil and Kannada, which is pretty great because I'm from Canada. So it's 2 different words, but they have similar sounds. So I kind of like that one. So even though you're speaking your second or third or fourth language, be sure to have some confidence and speak up. Projecting your voice gives your audience a better opportunity to absorb your message. The next part of speech I'd like to touch on is just clarity. And one of the most famous biblical people who had trouble with that was Moses, who very famously had a speech impediment. And so if we look in the book of Exodus, but Moses said to the Lord, "Oh, my Lord, I have never been eloquent, neither in the past nor even now that you have spoken to your servant, but I am slow of speech and slow of tongue." So it's important that you are very clear when you speak. And so enunciation means to pronounce each sound clearly. And oftentimes what you'll hear native English speakers do is they will kind of blend words together or kind of drop the easiness of their speaking. And the previous speaker touched on book English versus the English of everyday life, of living. Right? And so that's where you hear differences. "Oh, I don't know," instead of "I don't know," where you enunciate every little syllable. For example, at the beginning of the conference there, I was asking Father Gino, "Is it working over there?" Instead of "Is it working?" And so at the beginning, it's important to focus on enunciating and making sure that you're sounding things out clearly so that people can clearly understand you. And then after that, once you're more comfortable with it, then that's kind of where the blending and slurring of some words comes in. And to make sure that you are enunciating, this happens all the time with my students who are learning French. I have to get them to actually open their mouth to be able to access all of the sounds because they're kind of shy about it, and so they don't want to move their mouths too much. But it's actually important to actually use all parts of your mouth and tongue placement to get the correct sounds. Okay? There's a lot of great videos on TikTok that are fantastic that show kind of how even in popular music, there's a lack of clarity sometimes, and people mishear lyrics all the time. And so, if I can show you, hopefully you can hear this.
I can't help feeling we could have had it all.
So I'm still not sure exactly what the backups are to this song, but if it's not clear, then people are going to kind of make up or might misinterpret what you're saying. There's a lot of those videos. I encourage you to go watch them. They're quite funny. But that just goes to show the importance of clarity in your speaking. Next point is speed. It's finding the right tempo of speech. So speaking quickly does not necessarily mean that you are communicating more efficiently or that your oral language is more authentic necessarily. And again, I'll tie this into my experience with teaching French as a second language. What people often want to do is they want to be able to speak French very quickly, because when they hear native French speakers, they speak very quickly. And so they want to be able to replicate that. But maybe if you still can't speak clearly enough, then speaking fast is not going to help either. So speaking with some tempo, speaking quicker in some areas and slower in some areas, having some variety in your speech is going to be key for communicating effectively. And also, when you're speaking to an audience of perhaps more than a couple of people, it's more engaging when you do have some variety in your speaking. You slow down and you focus on a few key points, and then you can speed up when you're kind of flowing through ideas and you kind of want to seem a little bit more relaxed. It's important to stay calm and be confident. And even if you feel like you have an accent, that's okay. You want to be yourself and let your accent come through. It's part of who you are. Even listening to me right now, my accent is going to be different from anything you may have heard today. And so I'm trying my best, hopefully, to be very clear, to speak at the right speed, and hopefully it's coming across in an efficient way. And so when I was practicing this, I was practicing to speak slower than normal. So if you're ever giving a presentation in English, make sure that you practice speaking slower than normal, because in the moment when you're giving the presentation, your nerves might get to you and you're going to start to speak a little faster naturally and you won't even notice it. So it's important to practice speaking very slowly.
Such a prayer that cannot be seen or touched. It must be felt by heart. I feel honored and privileged to get the opportunity to propose a vote of thanks on this special occasion. At this juncture, I am also thankful of our correspondent.
And so in my case, there's...
At this juncture, I am very much thankful our beloved correspondent, Reverend Father S. Godwin Selva Justice, and Finance Administrator, Reverend Father R. Xavier Raj, who helped us in obtaining the necessary administrative approval for organizing the International Conference, ICILE 2024 in our campus. My sincere thanks to our beloved principal, Dr. J. Maheshwaran, for his constant guidance and support for the success conduct of this conference. My special thanks to Professor James R. Daniel for his thought-provoking introductory speech. So on the stage, keynote speaker Gino Jose Matthew, Dr. M. Ilangovan, Ilankumaran, Dr. Abhilash, and eminent speakers present in this conference today. I would like to thank our beloved Vice Principal, Dr. V. Christus Jaising, Dean of Research, Dr. M. Marcelin Beno, and all deans, and head of the department, Dr. V. Vichmon Mani, for their constant help and guidance that radiated a source of energy within us. We will ever remain grateful to you, and we thank you for being with us today. I would like to thank all the honorable delegates who blessed us with their presence. I'm also very much thankful to all program advisory committee members and the invited speakers. The words are not enough to thank their constant guidance and support to shape the conference. An event of this dimension cannot happen overnight. The wheels start rolling months in advance. We have been fortunate enough to backed by a team of very motivated and dedicated student committee and volunteers, and also the faculty members. I'm very much thankful to the national sponsoring agencies. My sincere thanks to all conveners, co-conveners, organizing secretaries, joint organizing secretaries, and all organizing team of members. My special thanks to Professor Amal J. Eranimus for his gracious presence. Dear delegates, thanks to all for making this event successful. Have wonderful staying at St.Xavier's Catholic College of Engineering. Enjoy the conference and the campus of SXACA today and tomorrow. So thank you. Have a nice day. Thank you all.
So excited to everybody present here. I'm Dr. Amal here. Today we are gathered here not just for the name of conference. A conference is not something that you make it for a formal ceremony and get lost. This is organized just because we would like to make people meet from different institutions, different academic regions, different fields, different areas of learning, and that's why you've got giants here. And James or Daniel was telling what really English is. And next to Dr. James is Abhilasha, who is going to enchant everyone with her own research technological skills. And who you see next to our principal right side and left of our Dr. James is Ilangumaran. He's the principal of Geeta Jeevan College, Thuthukudi, and he is also with us. He's a great and a genius who is very expertise in English language learning and teaching. So we have got a number of people over here, and that is one of the reasons why you are all brought here. Not just to come and go, this is to come and take home the value of effective English speaking. So our humble request is that you people speak in the campus English till you go. And here you have people from Nursing College, St.Xavier's of Catholic College of Nursing College here, 100 students. And another 67 students from Kumarasamy College of Nursing, Kanyakumari. 100 students from Nanjil Catholic College, Arts and Science. And 100 teachers from different 67 schools of Kulithore Diocese, of course with other XSCC students, with the professors and scholars, with the help of our deans and principal. This is how the thing is introduced to everyone. You meet number of people, get yourself introduced, make your knowledge wider. Other than the book, you can widen your language and your knowledge by the rapport that you build in. So a conference that will really make you an interpersonally, a skilled person today, that will take you home the value of love and concern with intellectual charm. So with this, the session gets over and you will be served with tea and snacks. And then students of Nanjil Catholic College stay here, and the students of Nursing College also stay here. Students of, just a minute, Nanjil Catholic College of Engineering and Kumarasamy College of Nursing, both the stream of students stay here. And the teachers will be moving to, the 67 school teachers will be moving to Einstein Hall. You will be guided by our volunteers. Einstein Hall, please remember, from our main building, you can go second floor, left side. Our students will guide you, don't worry about it. And then there is a rock auditorium at the end of this road, rock auditorium. Nursing college students will be having a session there with Abhilasha ma'am. Abhilasha ma'am will be enchanting with you with her own intellectual charm. At the road end, you call Rock Auditorium. Nursing students, where are you meeting? Rock Auditorium, that's great. And in this hall, you call Najal Catholic College of Arts and Science and Kumaraswamy College of Nursing students alone here. Others will be moving on to their respective places. Thank you so much. Make these 2 days meaningful. Have a great day.
I request everyone to wait till the dignitaries leave the dais. Teachers, please wait until the dignitaries leave. Uh, as you can see, we have got the snacks here. Please collect it and then move outside and have it, okay? So this section, please, can you move slowly, one by one? Collect your snacks and kindly have it outside. After collecting your snacks, kindly move out and have it and, go to your respective venues. students of Kumara Swami College of Nursing and Nanjil are asked to come forward. Please occupy the front seats. Students of Kumaraswamy College of Nursing and Nanjil Arts and Science College are asked to come inside the conference hall if you're standing outside, and students seated inside are asked to occupy the front seats. If you can move forward a little more and occupy the front seats, it'd be better. You're from Kumaraswamy College of Nursing or Nanjil College of Arts and Science? Nanjil. You can ask all your friends to come and occupy the front seats. Please, request.
So, good afternoon, dear students. Be assembled in the correct way. Be seated. So, respected dignitaries, delegates, and my dear friends, very good afternoon to you all. I welcome you all once again for this two-day international conference on innovative strategies for linguistic research and effective communication. I am very delighted to introduce the resource person of the session, Dr. M. Ilankumaran, having English language teaching, a specialization in his MPhil and PhD, with an experience of more than 3 decades of teaching at various levels. He is at present working as principal of Geeta Jeevan Arts and Science College, Thoothukudi. Previously, he was working as a professor and research program coordinator in English at Nurul Islam College of Engineering, Kumarakoil, Tamil Nadu. With all earnestness, he conducts workshops for the English fraternity on effective communication skills and organizes conferences regularly on English language and literature. He is a visiting faculty teaching applied linguistics and English for communication, enjoying 15 years of teaching experience. He guides scholars at MPhil and PhD level and produced many. He evaluates doctoral thesis and conducts public viva-voce examination in different universities. He is the convener of English Language Teachers Association of India, Kanyakumari chapter, and the Southern Region coordinator. He is also the member of International Association of Teachers of English as a Foreign Language, UK. He is a member in the Senate of Manonimaniyam Sundarnar University. He is also a member in the Executive Committee of Manonimaniyam Sundarnar University, Principal Association. He is a university representative of Manonimaniyam Sundarnar University to Bethlehem College of Arts and Science, Karingal, Kanyakumari district for 2 years with effect from 2023. He is an adjunct professor of English in Nurul Islam Center for Higher Education since 2022. He was conferred Distinguished Professor Award, Pride of Education in 2021. Excellence in Academics Award by Savida University and ESN Publication 2022. And Geoffrey Soccer, Eminent International Academic Administration Excellent Award on 22/6/2024 by the International Multidisciplinary Research Foundation, Vijayawada, Andhra Pradesh, India, on the eve of United National Public Service Day. He is the main author of 5 books on English for engineering students, both first year and second year students. The prescribed textbook with ISBN numbers. He is the member of Educational Board of referred International Journal. Besides being an able administrator, he to his credit, he published more than 240 articles and chapters and books on ELT in indexed, referred journals at national and international levels, of which 41 Scopus indexed journals and 4 in Web of Science journal.
Before speaking something, and I'll know, if confidence level is very high, your English will be high. If you lose your confidence level, you cannot speak even a single word. Say, for example, that's why some drunkards in front of Taskmark shop speaking, what are the problems you have? Tell me, ma. What problems do you face? Let us make it an interactive session. Why do you listen to me? Come on, tell me. உங்களால ஏன் இங்கிலீஷ் பேச முடியல? But don't tell me that I don't know, because English is a language which you have been studying right from pre-KG or LKG or standard 1. Minimum 12 years you have learned that language, but even after that you are not able to speak it well, because something is there, Say, for example, I'll tell you one more example. If you happen to read a news passage in Tamil paper, you can understand it by simply going through only once. Am I right? See, just take a Tamil paper, just go through a news, you can understand it just by going through it only once. But what will happen if we go through the comprehension passage in English question paper? Am I right? What will happen? Teachers advise us, "Day, purilana thirumba padi." If you do not understand, please go through again. Go through again. But doesn't mean that I told that you shouldn't go through. Time will be out. My point here is, why can't we understand the words if it is given in English? Because, number one, practice is not there. Number two, your exposure is not up to the level. Tamil is a language which is spoken at home and outside. But English, we don't have any exposure. We should speak it only when it becomes compulsory. Am I right? Say, for example, a project. That's why actually during the project time for English students, they'll become feverish. Tomorrow, if you have a project, means definitely you will have some stomach pain or headache or fever. Because the thing gives you negative aspects. Your confidence level is very, very, very low. Okay, so if we want to boost up that confidence level, we can speak it. And one more thing, this is not somebody's language. English is not somebody's language. Nobody in India can own that language. Am I right? Even if we commit certain mistakes in English, what's wrong? Just Professor James sir told you all in the morning, try to speak with broken English. Automatically it will be a very good spoken English. But if you don't try to speak that broken English, definitely your spoken English will never come out. That's the point. Am I right? See, now I am talking to you all, addressing you all. But is it the same way I am talking to my wife at home? No, because I will be thrown out by my wife. Maria, this is not your classroom. This is not your college. And we've been married for more than 32 years and I know you well. Okay, but at the same time, can I speak to my students as a way that I speak to my wife at home? So, everyone is doing dual roles. For English also. That's why I'm telling you that mechanism is, we have translation mechanism. Some very few people will speak English in a fluent way because their thought process is in English. Say, for example, Shashi Tharoor. You know him? Shashi Tharoor. Oh my God. He is the MP of Thiruvananthapuram constituency. Just to go and watch his YouTubes. Because he thinks in English and he speaks. But what we are doing, we think everything in our mother tongue and we translate and speak it into English. So what is happening there in between? That mechanism has to run very fast when you deliver the words. Okay, I am thinking certain things in Tamil and I want to translate that words into English, but unless the translation mechanism runs very fast, it's not possible. That's why some people, they have some pauses, stops. நிறுத்தி யோசிப்பாங்க சில வேர்ட்ஸுக்கு பார்த்துருப்பீங்களா? வேகமாக பேசும்போது டப்பு நிறுத்திடுவாங்க. நிறுத்திக்கிட்டு because the right word is not coming to their brain. Why? Because of vocabulary. What do you mean by vocabulary? Vocabulary is nothing but word power. How many words do you know? That is called vocabulary. See, in vocabulary, we have two vocabulary power. One is called active vocabulary and another one is passive vocabulary. What do you mean by active vocabulary? Whatever things you speak, you write, those things are called as active vocabulary. Passive means when I read or when I listen to certain speeches, I can understand the words. இந்த வார்த்தையே நமக்கு வரல. Say for example, கவியரசு வைரமுத்துனுடைய கவிதைகளை கேட்கும்போது இதை மாதிரி நமக்கு ஏன் எழுதுறதுக்கு வரல? When I just go through the books, I can understand the words. But when I want to write something, the words will not come because of that is called passive vocabulary. படிக்கும்போது புரியுது, எழுதும்போது வராது. உண்மைதானே? கேட்கும்போது புரியுது. That's why though interviews, we are having many problems during interview times. We can understand what the question is, but we are not able to answer it because the words are not coming to us at the right time. Because that think tank, what do you mean by that? Think tank. There is a tank. Because our brain is just like a chip. It stores a number of millions of words. Once the words are stored, it should be retrieved when we want to speak it out. Say, for example, in 2004, actually 20 years ago, one tragic event happened in our place. Do you know that? 2004, what is it? Come on. See, come on, you are uttering the word tsunami. What's the spelling of the word? Very good. I remember tsunami it's a word that I came to know that for the first time in 2004. Tsunami was very popular among the Japanese, but for Indians, tsunami was the first word in 2004. But even today, we are not forgetting it. Why? Is it an active vocabulary or passive vocabulary? Active vocabulary means the word you can pronounce, you can say it. Passive vocabulary means, yes sir, I know the word, I have heard the word. As far as tsunami is concerned, it has become an active vocabulary because we know how to do that. Because I still remember in 2004, 26th December, it happened. Devastated the complete area. The next day, Tinatandi paper, that paper flashed the news as called T tsunami தாக்கியது. First news, T tsunami, because that people did not know how to pronounce the word. So after that, no, T is silent, it should be pronounced as tsunami. So these are the words, That's why I'm telling you, if some people wish us, we should respond to them. Am I right? But the words will not be helpful. And once that person moves out, oh my God, I should have told him thank you. I just forgot to thank him. Why? Because the word did not strike my brain. So for these matters, I'll give you certain tips. If possible, take note of that. Otherwise, just listen to me. Okay. First of all, in how many countries English is spoken? Do you know? As a mother tongue. In India also English is spoken, but as a second language. In India, English is a second language. There are two terms, EFL and ESL. ESL means English as a second language. EFL means English as a foreign language. Okay, in India, English is a second language because in your certificate, Tamil first language, English second language. Certain schools like ICSE or CBSE, maybe English in the first place. But anyway, but EFL means English as a foreign language. The countries where English is not spoken, எங்கெங்கெல்லாம் இங்கிலீஷ் பேசாத நாடுகள் இருக்குதோ அங்கே இங்கிலீஷ் as a foreign language. எந்த நாடுகள் இருக்கு அப்படி? இங்கிலீஷே வேண்டாங்கிற நாடுகள் இருக்குப்பா உலகத்தில். எங்களுக்கு இங்கிலீஷ் வேண்டாம். Without English we can grow. Yes. Even the biggest countries are France, Germany, Japan, of this type of most of the Muslim countries. Okay, they don't have English and they don't want English. But still, there are 94 countries in which English is a mother tongue. Okay, 67 countries, 27 non-sovereign countries, so 94 countries totally. Okay, and of course it's the official language of UNO. What do you mean by UNO? United Nations Organization. Okay, in India also English is an official language. Okay, actually during the period when Nehru was the Prime Minister of India, it was resolved that unless and otherwise all the people accept Hindi as a national language, English should continue as a official language. ஹிந்தி மொழி ஏற்கப்படுகின்ற வரை ஆங்கில மொழி தொடர்பு மொழியாக இருக்க வேண்டும் என்பதுதான் அன்றைய 1952. And it still continues. Okay, then see, as far as English is concerned, we use it for what purpose, ma? English is used for what purpose? One is for getting marks. Am I right? Apart from that, English has become a prominent language in India because India is having different states with different languages. Am I right? If I want to go to Kerala, I should know Malayalam to speak to those people. Otherwise, which language? English. If I want to go to Bangalore, nowadays everybody speaks every language. That's different. But just imagine, we all go to Rajasthan and we stay there for a week. If some problem comes, if we face a problem, which language will help you? Because you don't know Rajasthani language. The North Indian people are blessed with the Hindi language, Whatever mother tongue they have separately, they know Hindi in common way. Okay, but as far as Tamils are concerned, we definitely can we claim that we know at least one language in full? எனக்கு தமிழ் நன்றாக பேச தெரியுமா நமக்கு? நல்லா கவனிங்க. தமிழ்லையும் எதுகை மோனை குற்றையிலுகரம் குற்றையிலுகரம் உண்டு. தாய்மொழி தானம்மா? ஆமா ரைட்? தமிழ் இலக்கணம் எத்தனை பேருக்கு தெளிவாக தெரியும்? நீ பேசிய தமிழ் வாக்கியத்தில் பிழை இருக்கிறதுன்னு சொல்கிற அளவுக்கு நமக்கு தெரியுமா? கண்டுபிடிப்போம். யாராவது ஒருத்தன் வேறு ஸ்டேட்டில் இருந்து பேசுவான் பாரு, ஒரு மாதிரி பேசுவான். பண்ணும்போது நம்ம மாஸ்டர் ஆயிடுவோம். அந்த இந்த ஆக்சுவலி இந்த ஏர்டெல் சூப்பர் சிங்கரில் ஜட்ஜு மாதிரி உட்காந்துருவோம். தப்பு. நீங்கள் பேசின விதம் தப்பு. சரி தப்பு நீ சொல்லுவோமா? அது அப்படிலாம் சொல்ல தெரியாதுப்பா, நீ சரி தப்பு. ஆமா ரைட்? Actually, we are fault to find as we know in what places they are finding faults. But we do not know how to correct it, Am I right? எந்த மொழியில்? தமிழ் மொழியில். இதில் நம்ம எந்த மொழி படிக்கணும்? உண்மையிலே சொல்கிறேன், to be frank with you, actually today as a principal I am not able to conduct some spoken English classes for the students. Before actually for 22 years actually I used to conduct spoken English classes. ஓடி வருவான், சார் எனக்கு அடுத்த வாரம் இன்டர்வியூ இருக்குது, சரளமாக இங்கிலீஷில் பேச வைக்கணுமா? அப்போ நம்ம மந்திரம் தான் சொல்லணும். உண்மை ரைட்? ஒரு ஜீபும்பா மந்திரம் சொல்லி நீ நாளையிலேருந்து பேசிடுவேன். See, engineering graduate, you have studied English at least for the last 16 years. Even after that, you are not able to speak at least a few, 1 or 2 words in English. How can I make you speak English within a week? ஒருவேளை அப்படி பேச வச்சுட்டு நான் கடவுளாயிர மாட்டேன். Am I right? Certain techniques are there, First of all, to be frank, I don't know how many Malayalis are here. When I was there in Nurul Islam Center for Higher Education as a professor of English, I found so many students from Kerala. கேரளாக்காரன்ட்ட ஒரு மிகப்பெரிய விஷயம் எனக்கு பிடிச்சது என்னென்னா, தப்போ சரியா சத்தம் போட்டு பேசுவான். கேட்டால் அதை ஆர்கியூ பண்ணுவான், சரிதான் சார்மா. கடைசியில் சாருக்கு டவுட் வந்துடும். To be frank, their boldness is their plus point. Whether it is wrong or right, they will speak it aloud. But here we, the people, poor people from Tamil Nadu, we know exactly what the right thing is, but we will not speak, But if anybody speaks that, yes, I too thought of that, நான் அதே தான் நினைச்சேன். My question is, if you think that he is right, she is right, but when will you speak English? What's the problem? So first of all, English is not something, English language is not something that will not come to you, knock at your door. Hey, I am English language, I am just coming to marry you. You will have to go to the language, you have to get it. How? I had a problem with many of my students. சார் நீங்கள் எல்லாம் சொல்கிறீங்க சார் இங்கிலீஷ் ப்ராக்டிஸ் பண்ணால் தான் வரும்னு. எங்கள் வீட்டில் எங்கள் சுற்றி இருக்கக்கூடிய பிள்ளைங்கெல்லாம் படிப்பறிவு இல்லாத பிள்ளைங்க, நான் யார்கிட்ட போய் இங்கிலீஷ் பேசுவேன்? வேணும்ல? சிட்டிஸில் just look at the people in the cities. They speak English wherever they go. School, house, am I right? the nearby places. But நம்ம ஊரில் அப்படியே இருக்கோம், உண்மையை சொல்லுங்க. Actually, இந்த ஸ்கூல் பேக் ஆர் காலேஜ் பேக் இங்கிலீஷில் satchel, SATCHEL, satchel. ஸ்கூல் பேக்குங்கிறது colloquial term. When we just get rid of that school bag, the first word we speak with our parents or friends is in Tamil. ஒரு ரிலாக்ஸேஷன் இருக்குது தெரியுமா? நான் அடிக்கடி சொல்லுவேன், எந்த ஒரு கிளாஸ் டீச்சர்ஸ் அமைதிப்படுத்த விரும்பினாலும் வேற ஒன்றும் சொல்ல வேண்டாம், கடுமையெல்லாம் வேண்டாம். You can speak anything but only in English. My dear students, you can speak, பேசிக்கோப்பா. ஆனால் இதில் தான் பேசணும். ஒரு பையன் பேச மாட்டான். ஒரு pin drop silence can be maintained. Am I right or wrong? And there starts a sign language. பார்த்திருக்கியா? யாராவது தட்டினா கூட a signal will be passed. They wait. Let's go out. I'll talk. Indication. Am I right? That is a problem we are normally facing when we go and meet an interview board. Psychologically, we have some difficulties. யாராவது ஒருத்தன் டை கட்டினாவே ஒரு மாதிரி பார்ப்போம், என்ன இல்லை வேற. In the interview board, some 6 or 7 people are there with the coat and suit, means definitely whatever things you know in the name of English will go out. Am I right? Because apprehension, a kind of sweatness will be there on your face. You don't know how to face them. And if they ask them something, you cannot speak because your concentration, your focus is not on them. Your focus is not on the question. So you will not be able to answer to the questions. So first of all, how to boost up our confidence? Okay, second thing, எனக்கு நிறைய வார்த்தைகள் வேணும் பேசும்போது. வார்த்தைகள் எல்லாமே பேச முடியுமாமா? No. Just imagine, language is full of words. Full of words. A novel, if you just go through, it will have a number of thousands of words, right? If it is interesting, you'll go through that. கீழே வைக்காமல் படிப்போம். கீழே வச்சா வேற யாரும் எடுத்துகிட்டு போயிடுவாங்கன்ற பயத்தில் கொண்டே போவோம் அதை எங்கே போனாலும். But see, at the time of speaking to somebody else, the words will not come to you because words are there, but you are in a commotion, you are in a confusion. How to use the words? So, வராது. So first of all, confidence level definitely should. And one more thing, feel at home. My point here is, always feel at home. வீட்டில் இருக்க மாதிரியே பண்ணுங்களேன். Everybody is a singer in their bathroom. Am I right? Right or wrong? Everyone is a singer in their bathroom. நம்ம வீடு, என் bathroom, நான் பாடுவேன். Because nobody is there to judge us. Right? I'm telling you, even in the small ages, when the children, they grow up, the child will sing a very good songs to their parents. ஆனால் அப்பா அம்மா என்ன பண்ணுவாங்க தெரியுமா? டேய் மாமா வந்திருக்கார், ஒரு பாட்டு பாடு. Right? The child, if the child starts singing well, definitely it has no shyness in their mind. If it is not singing, that is a point where the child is starting to have shyness. பாட மாட்டேன். Because மாமா alien ஆயிருவார். He is from a different planet. That is called developmental English, ba. Developmental English. For any child, the child picks up the language from their parents. Am I right? Right or wrong? Right or wrong? Parents are the first teachers, ma. The child picks up the language from the parents. The parents never teach them, hey, come on, sit down, I'll teach you. The alphabet, the letters, nothing. The child copies or imitates whatever the parents do. That's why on the first day when the pre-KG child goes to school, or LKG to school, the mother is very ambitious and eager to hear something from the child. Come on, what are they? Teacher, the child will act as per the actions done by the teacher. Right or wrong? Come on. Even in the nursery rhymes, the child will dance if the teacher danced. The child will sing a song if the teacher has done it. Because children are very good at copying, imitating. That's why we imitate the words, We imitate the words from the parents and we try to reproduce the words. அப்பதான் அது சில வார்த்தை இந்த கெட்ட வார்த்தைகள்லாம் வரும். அது குழந்தை தவறாக கேட்ட வார்த்தைகள் தான் கெட்ட வார்த்தையாச்சு. ஆக, see, this is the way. This is how myself and you all picked up the language. But that is during childhood days. When we grow up to the levels, we have some companies, we have some friends. Sometimes the friends may be motivating us, sometimes the friends will be demotivating us. டேய் சும்மா தப்பா பேசினா சிரிப்பான். Am I right? I know. See, how many of us know grammatical structures? Simple present and subject plus main verb plus object. Continuous subject plus am is, are plus verb plus ing plus object. Is it necessary? நான் உன்னை எங்கேயோ பார்த்துருக்கனே, இங்கிலீஷில் சொல்லணும். சொல்ல தெரியுமா? சொல்லாமல் இருக்கிறது நல்லது இல்லையா? சார், எனக்கு உங்களை முன்னாடியே தெரியும். தீஸ் ஆர் த கேஷுவல் வேர்ட்ஸ். ஆம் ரைட்? நான் உங்களை பார்த்துருக்குறேன், நான் உங்களை கேட்டிருக்கிறேன். பட் ஹவு டு சே இட், பட் இஃப் ஐ ஜஸ்ட் ஸ்டார்ட் டீச்சிங் யூ இன் கிராமட்டிக்கல் ஆஸ்பெக்ட்ஸ், டே அது வந்து நீ கேட்டிருக்கிறாயா, அது வந்து ப்ரெசென்ட் பர்ஃபெக்ட் டென்ஸ், சப்ஜெக்ட் ப்ளஸ் ஹவர் ஹஸ் ப்ளஸ் பிபி ப்ளஸ் ஆப்ஜெக்ட், அவன் வீட்டுக்கே போயிடுவான். Because how to teach to speak English should be without the grammatical clusters. இருக்கணும் கிராமர், ஆனால் என்ன பண்ணக்கூடாது, தெரியக்கூடாது வெளியே. அது எப்படி தெரியுமா? பசங்கள்லாம் பைக் ஓட்டுவாங்க, நல்லா ஓட்டுவாங்கல்ல. த வெரி ஃபர்ஸ்ட் டே கார் ஓட்டலாம் இருக்கலாம். வெரி ஃபர்ஸ்ட் டே when they have the bikes, ஃபர்ஸ்ட் டே இப்போ தான் பைக் எடுத்திருக்கான், அவனை பார்த்தாவே தெரியும். ஸ்வெட்டிங் அண்ட் த ஷர்ட்ஸ் ஆர் ஸ்டிக்கி, உட்காந்துக்குவான். And actually when they ride the bike, first thing, instruction என்னது, டே கிளச்சை நல்லா பிடிச்சிக்கணும். பிடிச்சிக்கிட்டு ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணிட்டு ரேஸாக நீ ஃபஸ்ட்டு கியர் போட்டு ரேஸாக ரைஸ் பண்ணு, கிளச்சை விட்டு ரிலீஸ் பண்ண. ஆம் ரைட்? கொஞ்சம் மூவ் ஆன உடனே ஜஸ்ட் ஷிஃப்ட் டு த செகண்ட் கியர், தேர்ட் கியர். ஆம் ரைட்? ஃபஸ்ட்டு 3-4 டேஸில் தெரியும், அவன் ஓட்டும் போதே தெரியும் அவன் ஒரு சைஸாக தான் வாரான்னு. A great escape for so many people like us. தப்பிச்சுக்கணும். ஆனால் after 3 months, he'll become a master of that vehicle. பைக்கை தலைகீழ ஓட்ட முடியுமான்னு ஆராய்ச்சி பண்ணிட்டு இருப்பான். He'll do all the things, applying the clutches, applying the brakes, applying all the things, but unconsciously. That is what called unconscious. What do you mean by unconscious? நான் உணரக்கூடாது நான் என்ன பண்ணுறேங்கிறத. நான் என்ன பேசுறது நான் உணர்ந்து பேசக்கூடாது. உணர்ந்தாச்சுன்னு நிறுத்திடுவேன். நான் பைக்கில் ஏறியாச்சா, கிக் ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணும்போது அவனுக்கு எல்லாமே ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்காக வரும். ஆப்போசிட்டில் ஒரு ஓல்டு லேடி இஸ் கிராசிங் த ரோடு, டபா நிறுத்திடுவான் பைக்கை. நிறுத்தும்போது கீழே விழுந்தா நிறுத்துறான், இல்லை. ஸோ ஹி நோஸ் த நியூஆன்சஸ் ஆஃப் டூயிங் ஆல் தி திங்ஸ், ஜஸ்ட் லைக் தட் லாங்குவேஜ். கிராமர் தெரியணும், பட் கிராமரே நினச்சிட்டு இருக்கக்கூடாது. ஆஃப்டர் ஃபியூ டேஸ், ஜஸ்ட் ட்ரை டு ஸ்பீக் இங்கிலீஷ் வித்தவுட் ஒரியிங் அபவுட் கிராமர். கிராமர் இருக்கும்பா. நான் உன்னை நீங்கள் இப்போ இவ்வளோ பேர் இருக்கீங்க, நான் உன்னை பார்த்தேன்னு எப்படி சொல்லுவீங்க? நான் உன்னை நேற்று பார்த்தேன். முடிஞ்சு போச்சா அது? நான் நேற்று உங்களை பார்த்தேங்கிறது இங்கிலீஷ் எப்படிப்பா? பார்த்தேனுக்கு என்னது இங்கிலீஷில்? பார்த்தேன். சா, யார் பார்த்தா? யாரை பார்த்தோம்? எப்படி இங்கிலீஷில் சென்டென்ஸ் ஃப்ரேம் பண்ணணும்? ஐ சா யூ. ஓகே, நேற்றுக்கு எஸ்டர்டே மார்க்கெட்டில் வச்சு எங்கே வச்சு பார்த்தோம்? மார்க்கெட்டில். How to lengthen the sentence, I saw you in the market yesterday. ஒரு டிப்பு தரேன் உங்களுக்கு. In English, the time indicating words should always be in the last place. காலத்தை காட்டுகின்ற சொற்கள் எங்கே தான் யூஸ் பண்ணணும் நீங்கள்? கடைசி. நிறைய பேர் yesterday I saw you, it's wrong. Yesterday I saw you, it's wrong. Maybe கரெக்ட் மாதிரி இருக்கும், அது இல்லை. The better way is, I saw you yesterday. Where? In your office. ஒருவேளை if the place is there, it means put the word, time indicating word in the last. I saw you in your office yesterday. I saw you in my friend's house yesterday. This is simple. ஓகே, இது இப்போ நம்ம யோசிக்கல, லேசாக யோசிச்சோம், டென்ஷனானு யோசிச்சோம். அப்படின்னா நாளைக்கு நான் உன்னை பார்க்குறேனே, நாளைக்கு நான் உன்னை பார்க்குறேன் எப்படி சொல்லுவோம்? The word நாளை indicates which tense? நான் டென்ஸை யூஸ் பண்ணக்கூடாதுன்னு நினச்சிட்டு இருக்கேன், நீங்கள் தான் அப்படி பண்ணுறீங்க. நாளை ஃபியூச்சர் டென்ஸ் எங்கேயோ கேள்விப்பட்ட மாதிரி இருக்கும், வில் அல்லது ஷால் யூஸ் பண்ணணுங்கிற மாதிரி கேள்விப்பட்டிருக்கோம் தானே. பட் இங்கிலீஷ் நான் திரும்ப சொல்கிறேன், இந்த வில் ஷால் எல்லாம் கன்ஃபியூஸ் பண்ண வேண்டாம். இல் WILL வேண்டாம், SHEAL வேண்டாம், 2 எல்லை மட்டும் எடுங்க. ஒரு அப்பாசஃபி ஐல், ஷீல், வீல், ஹீல். நாளை உன்னை சந்திக்கிறேன், ஐ வில் மீட் யூ. இப்போது நிறைய டீச்சர்ஸ் ஐக்கு ஷால் தான் வரும், முட்டை ஒடிச்சிருவான் பாரு, மார்க் இல்லாமல் ஆக்கிறோம். ஐ ஷால், வி ஷால், அதெல்லாம் எழுதும் போது இன் ஸ்போக்கன் இங்கிலீஷ் ஐ வில் மீட் யூ, ஐ வில் கம் டு யுவர் ஹவுஸ் டுமாரோ. சிம்பிள்ப்பா. இங்கிலீஷ் நினைக்காம நீங்கள் பேசுங்க, வரும். I don't think that English is a foreign language, How many letters are there in English? 26. Do you know one fact? Before 1930, there were 27 letters. மகாத்மா காந்தி எத்தனை லெட்டர்ஸ் படிச்சிருப்பாரு? 27. ஒரு ஆம்பர்சண்ட் ஆண்ட் ஒன்று தெரியுமா? ஒரு ஆண்ட் பார்த்துருப்பீங்களா? ஆம்பர்சண்ட் இப்படி ஒன்று போடுவோம் தெரியுமா? எஸ் போட்டு ஒரு ஆண்ட். பிரதர்ஸ் அண்ட் கோ, சன்ஸ் அண்ட் கோ. It was one of the letters in English before 1930. It was deleted from the list. Now we have only 26. But in Tamil, how many letters are there? தாய்மொழி 247 or 6? 7. But you just imagine, we speak a number of words by using the Tamil words, which has more than 247 letters. But in English, we have only 26 letters. Am I right? But why? Because of the fear in mind. Okay. So how should we just drive the fear out of our mind? ஒரு நல்ல பியர் குரூப்பாக இருக்கா உங்களுக்கு? சந்தோஷமாக ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஷிப் சர்க்கிள் இருக்கா? Do you have friendship circle? இல்லை. Do you have any friendship circle? What type of circle? Will they motivate you or will they criticize you? Motivate பண்ணுறாங்களா, criticize பண்ணுவாங்களா? Actually, friendship is a very, very good thing for communication, because that is called peer group. That is called peer group. If we commit a mistakes in English, they should correct us. Okay. If they criticize us, means definitely we will not speak. நான் வாய் திறக்கும் போதெல்லாம் தப்புன்னு சொல்லியாச்சு, நான் எப்படி வாய் திறப்பேன்? You understand? That is the thing. So, first of all, fear. Understand? First of all, shyness. ஒரு shyness means கூச்சம். நல்லா தான் படிச்சிருப்போம், இன்ஜினியரிங் முடிச்சிருப்போம், நர்சிங் முடிச்சிருப்போம், டிகிரி முடிச்சிருப்போம். பட் இப்போயும் பேங்க்கில் போய் ஒரு செலான் ஃபில் பண்ண சொல்லியாச்சுன்னா ஒரு காய்ச்சல் வரும் பார்த்தீங்களா? Say true or false. If you just go to a bank and you are given a challan to fill up, for any banking transaction you need to fill up the challan, Am I right? Are you ready to do that? Somebody should be there to help us. At least the bank employee. But bank employees will never help you, They'll be busy with some other things. Understand? So, that means, we know English language, but at the same time, we have some fear complex and inferiority complex also. Okay. And one more thing, Pa. Listening. In the morning, Sir spoke to you. Am I right? James or Daniel. How fast he delivered the words? Come on, tell me. How fast he delivered the words? எவ்வளோ வேகமாக பேசினார்? நல்லா கவனிச்சோம். நம்ம இந்த ஹிந்தி படத்தை நல்லா பார்ப்போம் தெரியுமா? ஒன்றும் புரியாது, இருந்தாலும் நல்லா இருக்கு. ஆக்ட்ரஸ் பார்த்துட்டே இருக்கலாம். Dance movement super. Except the language, the other things are fine. Am I right? First of all, we should understand what others speak in English. ஒரு ஆள்கிட்ட பதில் சொல்லணும்ப்பா. நீங்கள் பதில் சொல்லதுக்கு உங்களுக்கு முதல் என்ன தெரியணும்? அவர் என்ன கேட்குறாருன்னு தெரியணும். வேணும் இல்லை? அப்போ அதுக்கு என்ன வேணும் உங்களுக்கு? In one of the interviews, a question was asked, how far you were placed from the office? What do you mean by that? How far is your home from the office? What's the meaning of it? How far? F-E-R. Come on. F-E-R, how far? That gentleman asked that interviewee, how far is your home from the office? இந்த வீட்டிலேருந்து உங்களுடைய வீடு எவ்வளோ தூரம், சாரி இந்த ஆஃபீஸ்லேருந்து உங்கள் வீடு எவ்வளோ தூரத்தில் இருக்குது. பட் த லிசன் இஸ் ஜஸ்ட் லைக் சம்பள மாதிரிப்பட்டவன். ஹவுன்னு கேள்விப்பட்டு அவன் ஃபைன்ட்டான். கேள்வி how far is your house from the office? But our brain doesn't work. By hearing the word how, I am fine, sir. Will they give us job? Will they give us job? Because you are not picking up the language from the other people. This is the condition. So, first of all, I should tell you, basic knowledge is always there. I'll tell you one simplest tip, You have some non-detail book, Am I right? Non-details for 600, 700. Just to go through that book. We can have a number of vocabulary from the book. With the kind of vocabulary, you can use your language. Just tell me, how many of you are reading English newspapers? How many of you are reading English newspapers? My teacher told me when I was a student, pick up at least 5 new words every day. Am I right? What do you mean? 5 new words every day means at the end of the month you will have 150 words. Okay, I already told you, we have a problem. I come through a number of words and I'll forget it in the next morning. I'll tell you one word. Just remember, serendipity. Serendipity, S-E-R-E-N-D-I-P-I-T-Y, serendipity. Have you heard about that word? The meaning of the word is a happy accident. Is there any happiness in the accident? Is there any happiness in the accident? But the meaning of the word is called happy accident. Which means, this is a word you should always remember. See, if something is happening unwantedly, but out of that we get some gain. We gain. That is called happiness. Though it is an accident, I got some gain. But the word is called, what is the word? What is the word? Serendipity. But what will happen to you tomorrow morning? This word will go away. My point here is how to retain all the words gathered. நான் பெற்ற வார்த்தைகளை எப்படி நான் நினைவில் வச்சுக்கிறது? சொல்லுங்க அப்ப எப்படி வச்சுக்கலாம்? Some people may ask you, some people may advise you, write down all the words in a note. Write down all the words in the note. Am I right? What will happen if the note is lost? Okay, if somebody takes that note away, what will be your English knowledge? So my point here is, please, when you just go through a number of words, use the word in different purposes, different sentences. So that the word will be there in your mind. Once the word is registered in your mind, you will never forget it, You will never forget it. The thing is, word is registered, but the correct point is, how to take it at the right time. That's the point. Am I right? The words should be there as a flow. That's why actually you can understand so many words. So this is the way English can be. And most of the people normally say pronunciation. What do you say about pronunciation? How to say the word pronunciation? It's completely different, Don't bother about pronunciation initially. During the initial period, don't bother about pronunciation because it will be the next stage. First of all, try to understand the words. The words must help you when you speak to somebody. Don't bother about pronunciation because most of the people are not speaking English because of the pronunciation. Because if I say the word in a wrong way, will the people laugh at me? Will they mistake me? This is a question. So, in order to avoid that problem, please don't mind the pronunciation and speak the word, as you know. Because once you speak it in a wrong way, automatically you will come to know this is a wrong way. I must correct it. Okay, this is the way. Because in my personal opinion, college teachers are there. They know how to teach you English. But the thing is, they are overburdened with so many activities. And to be frank, during the last 2 years, I know personally, we are dumped with so many things like Nan Mudalvan, Ni Mudalvan, Tava Pudalvan, Pudume Pen. Am I right? So many classes are there, because as a principal, I know classes are conducted not only on academic side, but also these type of things, So the teachers are completely busy with the classes and they don't have enough time to teach you the extra things. But as students, this is high time for you all to know certain things, because once you go out of the college after 3 years, the teacher will never get affected. But who is going to get affected? Students. If you use it well, it will be blessed. Your parents will be what? Okay, I tell you, say 2 students, they made a plan. When I was conducting spoken English classes, just 2-3 days after that, actually the students disappeared. வரல அப்போ 2 பேரண்ட்ஸ் வந்தாங்க வந்து என்ன சொன்னாங்க, சார் எங்கள் பையன் நல்லா இங்கிலீஷ் பேசுகிறான், ரொம்ப சந்தோஷமாக இருக்குது, எப்படி பண்ணீங்கன்னு தெரியல சார், இப்போ ஃபுல்லாக இங்கிலீஷ் தான் பேசுகிறான், வீட்டில் ஒரு 3000 ரூபா கொடுத்துட்டு தந்தானான்னு கேட்டார். ஐ வாஸ் ஷாக்ட், ஏன்னா 3000 எனக்கு தரல. ரெண்டாவது விஷயம், அதை விட முக்கியமான விஷயம், எப்படி இங்கிலீஷ் பேசுகிறான், அவன் தான் கிளாஸுக்கே வரலையே, கிளாஸுக்கே வரல, பட் தே ஆர் ஸ்பீக்கிங் இங்கிலீஷ் இன் ஃப்ரண்ட் ஆஃப் தேர் பேரண்ட்ஸ். 2 ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸும் 2 பக்கத்து நெய்பர்ஸ். சரி நான் பேசிக்கிறேன் சார் பையன்ட்ட, காசுன்னு வரல, ஒரு வச்சிருப்பானா இருக்கும், பார்த்துக்கலாம்னு சொல்லிட்டு பசங்களை கூப்பிட்டு எனக்கு பயங்கரமான ஒரு ஆங்ஸைட்டி, ஒரு ஈகர்னஸ். கம் ஆன் டெல் மீ பா, ஹவு கேன் யூ ஸ்பீக் இங்கிலீஷ் வித்தவுட் அட்டெண்டிங் த கிளாஸஸ். கொஞ்சம் நேரம் குனிஞ்சு நின்னாங்க. அப்புறம் தான் உண்மையை சொன்னாங்க, சார் வேற ஒன்றும் இல்லை, +2 பாய்ஸ், +2 ஃபஸ்ட் ஏசி நாங்கள் 2 தரவாக்கிட்டோம். ஃபஸ்ட் ஏசி ரொம்ப தரவாக படிச்சிட்டோம். அப்போது ஸ்போக்கன் இங்கிலீஷ் கிளாஸ் போகிறோன்னு நாங்கள் வரல, கிளாஸுக்கு வரல, அப்பா ஃபீஸ் வந்தால் நாங்கள் வாங்கிட்டோம், நான் ஷூ வாங்கிட்டேன், ட்ரெஸ் எடுத்துட்டேன், அவன் அந்த மாதிரி வாங்கிட்டான். சரிடா எப்படி இங்கிலீஷ் பேசுனீங்க, அது எஸ்ஏனுடைய ஒரு சென்டென்ஸ் நான் பேசுவேன். ஃபஸ்ட்டு லைன், தட் பாய் வில் டெலிவர் த நெக்ஸ்ட் லைன். Then in reply, oh, I see, 3rd line. Oh, very good, 4th line. The illiterate parents are cheated. பட் எனக்கு அப்பையும் ஒரு சந்தோஷம், அப்பாவும் அம்மாவும் இம்ப்ரெஸ் பண்ணுற அளவுக்கு ஒரு இங்கிலீஷ் பேசியிருக்கான் பார்த்தீங்களா. ஒரு விஷயத்தில் ரொம்ப சந்தோஷப்பட்டேன், ஃபஸ்ட்டு எஸ்ஏ தரவாயிருக்கு. பட் இஸ் இட் த ரைட் வே ஆஃப் ஸ்பீக்கிங் இங்கிலீஷ்? This is cheating, because one thing you should remember always, this is your future, This is your future. This is completely cutthroat competition. Just imagine, nobody is having any government job in future. After 2030, people say there will not be any government jobs. Wherever you go, you will be appointed on contract basis. You will get around 25,000 rupees, 30,000 rupees. Unless you are fit enough to work in the particular place, you will be lost in the world. You understand me? We are old people. I am going to retire in just 4 years. But for you all, what are you going to do? Next generation, see, IT companies, see, even TCS, CTS, all the companies are paying just 22,000 rupees a month. But once they were paying more than 45,000 rupees a month. So on one side, the reduction of jobs, deleting the list of job holders. On the other side, what can we do after the education? Even today, I am worrying very much. Arts college seats are not filled up. You understand? Engineering college seats are not filled up. But just because of AI, some people may flow in without knowing the exact meaning of AI. What do you mean by AI? I asked one of my students, he said, the first 2 letters of Airtel, sir. The first 2 letters of Airtel. AI has become so popular nowadays, but actually it will not be there for a long time. And by 2028 or 30, AI will be replaced by some other tools. AI is not a subject, you know. AI is a tool. Artificial intelligence is a tool. So these things are replacing manpower. So my dear students, develop your English at least by doing through all the things, you know. Practice is the only thing that needs you. Otherwise, you will be lost in the market. But here, I tell you, see, once you get the words, I'll give you some small tips. At least for half an hour, speak English at least to the wall. யார்கிட்ட பேசணும்? To the wall, to the mirror. If nobody is there to support you, because you should know how to pronounce the words. In any interview or in any occasion, if you just go and meet the people, you will be very much comfortable with the words you know. Otherwise, you will be completely dropped. Just imagine, I know the GD and the personal one-to-one interview. Normally, they assess not your marks, not your subject expertise. They recruit you just because of your English knowledge. At that time, if your English does not support you, you will be out. Maybe you are having more than 75% in your degree or 80% in your degree, but that will not help you unless and otherwise you have some vocabulary skill. So first of all, that thing. And one more thing, self-confidence. How to boost self-confidence? Always feel that you are great. You can speak. Nobody is here before me to find any fault with my English. That's the thing. So if you think that, definitely your English will be fine. English is not something else, you know. It is a language. Just like Tamil, it's a language. You can speak it. The only thing is you have to speak it with full confidence. That's the thing. And don't bother about grammar always. And one more thing, listen to somebody. Listen to somebody. If somebody speaks English, please listen to them. Whether you know it or not, whether you understand or not, listen to them. Because by listening, you can understand the way they deliver the words. By reading, you just come across a number of words. Understand? By reading, you can enrich your vocabulary, and by listening, you can enrich your listening skills. How to pronounce the words. Instead of watching so many YouTubes, we are watching so many YouTubes. Instead of you watching so many unwanted YouTubes, please watch some useful YouTubes where tips for English speaking is given. Just go through that. And apart from all the things, you know, while speaking English, try to understand the context. நம்மள நிறைய பேருக்கு ஒரு என்ன இருக்குது தெரியுமா? நான் பேசுறது அவனுக்கு புரியலனா நான் என்ன பேசினா அதுக்கு அவனை கொண்டாந்துருவேன். Topic change ஆகி பண்ணிடுவேன் நான். You understand? If I am not able to follow him, I'll ask him to follow my points. That's completely wrong. So my dear students, so first of all, try to understand what you are speaking and how to speak it. Do all the things with much confidence. That is the only thing. And anxiety and fear, these two things that you should keep away from your mind, so that definitely you will be fine in future. Your English knowledge will be very high. The only thing is, in college or at home, try to speak English as maximum as possible. Try to enrich your words so that the future will be yours, the job will be yours. You can enrich so many things in future. I wish you all a good luck for your English knowledge. And of course, in future, you should be able to speak something in English so that you must get your places in the jobs, right jobs. Thank you very much.
Very good afternoon to everybody. If anyone has a question to ask to sir, sir is well pleased to answer you. Do you have any question? I understand the mode of having lunch, sure. Is everybody with a token in hand? Very good. I think Kumaraswamy College of Nursing and Nanjal College of Arts and Science, right? Except some other delegates who came from outside. Very good. Here we meet in the conference hall Nanjal College students. arts and science students at the same place with this AC room. And you have your lunch and come back at 2 o'clock sharp. Can you? Yes? You can walk straight to the road, go climb up, take a right cut, then you will find canteen opposite to the reception. You will go down. Anybody will guide you. Our volunteers will be with. Volunteers, please guide the students to go ahead. Thank you so much. Have a great afternoon. Kumarasamy College students will be in Triple E auditorium. Triple E auditorium. Our volunteers will help you. That is in the second entrance of reception. Second entrance of reception. We will guide you. Don't worry. First go to canteen. Please have your lunch. Hand over the canteen slip to them. Bon appetit. Lovely. Thank you. Have a great afternoon.